And now next to the next segment is beyond the stage. How do communication and confidence empower leadership and community engagement? I think we've covered leadership. Let's cover community engagement because a lot of my friends are very shy in this sense. Yeah. So, what's your opinion on this? How do communication and confidence empower leadership and community
You see,
engagement?
this is another chapter on public speaking, another chapter on the power of communication. See, communications come in many different sorts and sizes. We must tailor ourselves to the situation.
Mm.
The same thing is, like you go to the shop to buy a shirt,
Mm.
and this guy, a burly guy, he's 200 kilo, so he cannot find a shirt in the ready-made section of a departmental store. So he has to go to tailor-made for the particular shirt, tailor-made for the trousers, because his waist is 45 inches, isn't that right? So you kind of tailor-made. So the same thing as is in communication. If a situation is different, like community,
You gotta tailor it to the
right, isn't it?
community.
They're Malay speaking, they're Indian speaking, Chinese speaking, and Chinese speaking, not just the Chinese word, they got Chinese dialogues, the dialect speaking, Hokkien, Teochew, Hainanese, Fukzhou,
Cantonese.
isn't it? Cantonese. And then there's Mandarin too. You don't expect everybody know Mandarin. No. So a leader should know those things. If you do not know some of this dialect, you can call
Someone who
they
knows.
call it maybe your assistant who
Mm.
understand this dialect and use the dialect to communicate. They feel that they're at home, a part of the family. So the communication can go through.
One word that comes to mind, but one very important word is adapt.
Yeah, yeah,
You need
yeah,
to be able to
yeah,
adapt.
yeah. As I say, language is important. You cannot speak other language. How you adapt? Very hard.
Yeah.
You cannot. For instance, I mean, if you go to Taiwan, most of them Mandarin speaking, and then you don't know Mandarin, then you go to a Toastmaster meeting. Yeah, they join the English club, but the English is hopeless. They ask you, can you simplify it? Can you speak in Mandarin? I cannot speak Mandarin. You finish. Isn't it? So this is the time that you don't understand. I use Mandarin to explain to you. With the explanation, you get the whole thing.
I actually learned a lot from that example. Actually, honestly, that's why I'm a bit quiet. I'm absorbing too. Okay. What are some tips for young people on using the speaking skills to lead movements, clubs, social impact projects, and before all that, for their own personal growth?
You see, not everyone want to be a public speaker.
Mm.
Not everyone want to be a leader. I know a lot of them say, I'm not going to be a leader. Don't talk this thing to me. I don't want to waste my time. It's true. Don't waste your time. Many of them say, I'm not going to be a leader. So that's why I say, you want to be a leader, it's good to be a good speaker.
Mm.
If you don't want to be leader, it doesn't matter at all to you.
Mm.
You want to be a speaker, maybe in your workplace, your boss asks you to lead, then you have no
I guess then
choice,
the
isn't
purpose
it?
matters lah. You
Yeah.
need to want to have a bigger purpose behind being able to speak well, because then the speaking well, the skill of confident speaking and all the techniques that you learn will come into those situations. You need to utilize those
This is
skills.
quite true, but then I can tell you that a lot of people, they really don't understand the basic truth about communication skill.
Which is
Yes, I've been teaching for so long. I know. You ask them to buy a book, $40, they won't buy. I say $40 not going to spend. You're not going to read. You'll never be a speaker.
would you mind if I open up the content page
Yeah,
and actually
sure,
let them know?
sure, sure,
Because
sure.
I got the book from Dr. Ernest, and I had the opportunity of reading it since like the last time I met him last year. And the reason why the book is so worth the $40 is because you can just see from the contents. Let me just read it out. the content page here is that it's a power pack book for $40. It's not even above $50. I believe it was a good deal to get it.
See the content
It's at the back
see.
here.
You can see different
I'm just
categories
gonna
and
read it
everything.
out to you guys.
Yeah.
Understanding public speaking, the power of public speaking, and the power of fearless speaking. Types of public speaking, the power of specialty speaking and the power of impromptu speaking. Speech writing, the power of audience analysis, plan and preparation, design and structure, purpose, moments, humor. Non-verbal communication, the power of non-verbal communication. Voice, pauses. If you notice, Dr. Ernest speaking since the start, right? He places emphasis on his pauses. So if you go back and analyze the bits of videos before the footage before this, you will hear his pauses, and I noticed that his pauses are very deliberate and useful pauses as well. Then we have the personality and style, power of charisma, style, rhetoric that he's emphasized on, cliches, quotes, Chinese sayings, and the new wave of speaking where we come into the power of technology. So that's all
Very
of
comprehensive.
yeah, that's all of that
In the
in
book,
one
yeah.
book for $40. I think it's a power pack and good deal for a person to uh go through a crash course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part is you're buying it, you're having it, you can always refer back to it
Yes,
before you
right.
make any speech.
Yes.
Right? So it's sort of a tool for revision as well. Amazing. Cool. So what's one small exercise perhaps to suggest to the youth and amateur speakers to try this week itself or even today to build confidence?
Tell yourself that I'm going to learn and start learning
Oh,
immediately.
this is from experience. Don't tell yourself I need to start doing this. You'll never do it. Just say I'm going to do it and do it.
Yeah.
Because
Just do it.
the more you say you need to do it, right, the less you will do it.
I know in Toastmaster meeting, when I tell them to attend courses to learn, they say, I think about it. I said, don't think about it. Either you do it, say yes, or you don't do it at all. The earlier you join, the earlier you learn, the earlier you can apply those techniques, and then you'll learn. You think about it, finish. So I always give them a scenario. Along the road, we walk past Orchard Road. Then we found $200 notes on the floor. I said, hey, there's $200. Do you want to pick it up? Let me think about it. You see? The moment you say, let me think about it, the one behind you go and grab it. It's a finder sticker.
No,
This
the
is a
hesitation.
very
The
good
hesitation.
analogy I'm giving to you.
To
To think about it, whether to pick up or not.
I believe one clear way to put it is you don't think about it with regards to the consideration because that leads to hesitation. You just do it, but you think about it when it comes to the knowledge base and gaining the knowledge. That's when you use your brain to think and you absorb the knowledge, but not for deciding when to do it. If it's important enough, you just do it.
Correct. I support what you say.
I'm learning every other day as well. There are tons of things that I want to do, but I have to prioritize. And sometimes even when we are lazy or when we are tired and we are exhausted, if something is important enough that we need to do it within a certain timeline, just push yourself to finish it.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful, amazing. So in this particular segment, we've expanded from performance into lifelong confidence and influence. Okay, now on to a bit of rapid fire before we close off. Some short, punchy questions for you.
Yes.
What's one thing to stop doing if you want to speak confidently?
What is one thing
To stop doing.
to stop doing?
Yeah, if you want to speak confidently.
In my life, I never like the word stop because learning is a journey, not a destination. When you stop, it is a destination. You stop forever. I always tell people,
I think
whatever you do, it's a long journey. You stop, you go to heaven.
I think what the question meant was in terms of bad habits and good habits kind of thing.
Good. I mean, we all know what is bad habit, what is good, what is good habit. The moment you know you have this bad habit, change.
Replace it with a good habit.
Change.
Yeah.
I've seen people very bad habit. What they go to the toilet, they dirty the toilet, public toilet, right? They never clean up. So whenever he go through another toilet, the guy, he'll complain, why so dirty? Well, remember in the previous time you use it, you never clean up. And then you expect to clean out the toilet for you only. This is a wrong thinking. I never like this sort of situation. It's not like, so to me, there's nothing a stop. This is continue. The same thing, you go to the toilet, you dirty the thing, you clean up. You dirty the thing, you clean up.
Oh, and that also makes me reminds me of another important word: responsibility, social responsibility.
Yes.
Because it's a public toilet, right? You wanna respect everyone who uses it, because everyone's gonna be using it. If you stink it up and you dirty it, it's not very nice. All right. The next point is actually a book or resource. Well, we got books for you guys. Public Speaking and Rhetoric by Dr. Ernest Chen. I will include references to these in the description. You guys can go and check it out later on. All right. I guess this is useful too. What's one quick tip for handling an unexpected question in public? I guess this can refer to public on stage or publicly in the community, wherever you are. Yes, any environment, any situation.
Well, it all depends on what sort of help a person needs. See, this is a very specific thing. So you're knowledgeable, you can always provide a solution. No problem at all. Maybe you can ask me a situation. I straight away give you a solution. You can try it and ask me.
What now?
Yeah, now.
Oh,
I can give you a straight away solution.
I can think of one. I can't think of anything now.
When you think of it, ask me then.
Yeah,
no
I'll ask you later on.
Mm.
Maybe another episode later on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the rapid fire Q&A. The goal of this was to create and give some sharp, memorable takeaways for listeners. So, yeah, the books. What's one thing to stop doing is to not stop doing anything. When it comes to the confident speaking, because the way he put it was actually quite effective. Is that it's a journey, not a destination. Learning anything, not just speaking confidently. And speaking confidently is a lifelong skill. You're always going to be improving yourself daily. So yeah, thanks, Dr. Chen, for your insights. With this episode, I want to encourage listeners to practice one tip from the episode among the many tips that Dr. Chen has given, and look up the books if you guys want to, because I can say for sure it's power pack, because I've already gone through like half the book and it's amazing. Yeah, and I can. Do you have LinkedIn, sir? Do you have LinkedIn? Social media?
Yeah.
I'll put it in the description so you
Yeah,
guys can follow him
definitely,
and connect as well. Yeah. So any last few words for the listeners, sir?
All right.
Closing
My
words.
parting shot to you: whatever you do is always a journey. Success is a journey, not a destination. Learning is a journey, not a destination. Relationship is a journey, not a destination. Because we still got years to live. When you're 20 years old, you don't think that I'm going to live to 50, I'm going to live to 60. No, you never know. When I was very young, when I was maybe about 15, 20 years old, I thought people of 50 is very old. They're going to die soon. But now I'm over 50. I'm 70 over already. So I'm still thinking, I don't know how long I'm going to live, but I never care. I will continue with the journey until the Lord said this time to go is time to go. So ladies and gentlemen,
Well, that part's up to
whatever
God,
you do is always a journey.
and that part's up to God. Okay, yeah. So thank you, sir, for being
My
on this
pleasure,
episode.
Amir. My pleasure.
And I genuinely hope everyone learned from this episode. All right, thank you guys, and see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye bye.